Last, sorry, had a little vibrato in my voice there, but last goddess guidance for January. It's been going by pretty quickly, it feels like. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. So the goddess who has presented herself this evening is the goddess Sekhmet. She says, "Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome." The other card that we received was Mawu for Mother Earth. She says, "You are called upon to help with environmentalism." I believe, even though obviously we know environmentalism is important, to me, this is a message of Mawu about connecting to Earth, its cycles, its rhythm, living more in harmony, in peace and alignment with the cycles and rhythms of nature and Mother Earth, but more practically Mother Earth, especially since we just came out of Capricorn season, which is the Mother Earth sign. And being able to, because Aquarius this season is an air sign, being able to take that creativity, that higher perspective, and see how we want to bring that down Earth side. However, Mawu is a West African moon goddess. She believes, who's believed to have created all life with her husband, the sun. So we have the sun and the moon. And I find that interesting because the sun is represented by the zodiac sign of Leo, and we are here in Aquarius season. And Aquarius is the opposite of Leo. So that would be the opposite of the sun, which would be the moon. However, Mawu helps those who help. Y'all, I've been teaching since 9 o'clock this morning, and I'm a little a little off and started choking on my water. So Mawu helps those who call upon her to learn how to live in harmony with nature. I said that, and respect his resources. She ensures that our needs are abundantly supplied without causing harm to the planet. So what would it take for us to receive our needs being abundantly supplied for without causing harm to the planet? And with Miss Sekhmet here, sorry, y'all, if I keep clearing my throat. Hopefully I won't have to do that during meditation, but if so, just ignore me. Ignore it. Sekhmet is an Egyptian sun goddess. Well, that's cool. We have a moon and a sun card here. She is a fire protector who's married to the Egyptian deity Ta. Her name means strong and mighty. Sekhmet is connected with lions, symbolizing her fiercely protective nature, sometimes appears with a lion's head and a woman's body. Call upon Sekhmet to shore up your strength and your power. Okay, so let's go. I'm all about this. So we have a message of divine feminine strength, and we have a message of Mother Earth and living in abundant resources. So let's see where this takes us, this message. It's very interesting. So go ahead and take some nice deep breaths. Allowing your eyes to gently close if they have not done so already. I'm just checking in with where you are in your thoughts. Dropping your awareness down into the body, into the hips. Feeling your hips begin to sink and become heavy. Allowing yourself just to root down into Mother Earth. Allowing yourself to feel a sense of expansion as your roots not only grow deeper down to the center of the earth, but also begin to spread outwardly. Allow those roots to not only grow deep, but wide. Allow your energy to be amplified. Allowing yourself to be resourced as you draw up and into your body the beauty, the abundance, the resourcefulness, the fruitfulness, the creativity, the cyclical nature, drawing up the fertility, drawing up your harvest, drawing up a sense of nourishment, nurturing, allowing yourself just to be tended to, cared for in this moment. See what it would feel like for the energy to be amplified, to fill the entire space that you're in, from wall to wall, ceiling to floor. Continuing to draw up those resources from the earth. Feeling that sense of stability, security, divine feminine strength. Allow it to come in to your body, into your hips, up into the belly, the heart space, allowing it to flow down through the arms, into your hands and fingertips. Allow it to come up through the throat, in between the space, between the brows, and allow it to come up and out of your crown, fountaining out all around you. This divine beauty, strength, grace, resourcefulness. It's as if you're enveloped in this divine essence. You're held in a cocoon, chrysalis. For all that no longer serves, the new version of you is dissolved, alchemized. As this rebirth that you are going through takes place, is happening. What would it take to have that breakthrough that you desire? To have that which you desire flow to you with ease and grace? What would it take to outgrow any situations that no longer serve you with ease and grace? Breathing in, breathing out, nice and slow. Ask yourself, what would it take to, and then just fill in the blank. What would it take to have divine partnership? One of balance and harmony. What would it take to embody more of your divine essence? What would it take to have the courage and strength to elevate yourself, to expand, to evolve, to become more aligned? Asking yourself, how would it feel? What would it take for your material needs to be met swiftly? What would it take to have clarity in your purpose? How would that feel? What are your deepest yearnings? It's almost impossible to intellectualize your way into a new self. But you can, however, feel your way through it, embody it, and allow your outer world to reflect these changes as you remain adaptable, mutable, present. Your head held towards the sky, your crown held towards the sky. Get your feet firmly planted on the ground, 10 toes down. What would it take to have a little more strength, a little more courage, a little more peace, prosperity? You are stronger than you think you are. If you require more strength, simply ask, what would it take to be stronger? Physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, socially. Whichever one resonates, allow yourself to be resourced by drawing up or drawing down. Divine strength, resilience, victory, so that you may embody these qualities. Letting go of feeling helpless, hopeless, weak. What would it take to overcome victimhood? And what would it take to overcome playing small, feeling small? You see, as you rise above old tendencies, seeing yourself in the highest light that is available to you, that is possible, you step into the new light of beautiful feminine strength. your life begins to shift in miraculous ways. You become the master alchemist of your life here on Earth. This means receiving new opportunities, new forms of abundance. Abundance can be anything that you wish to have more of. And so ask yourself, what would it take to receive an abundance of, and then fill in the blank. What happens is, as you begin to ask, what would it take? Because the mind likes to keep us safe with what it already knows, keeping us comfortable and surviving. When we ask, what would it take to be more financially abundant? It's a reference point that we may not currently be experiencing or have experienced. So there is no file already kept somewhere stored in the back. The mind, because it likes to inquire, and because it likes to know and figure things out and to analyze and think, to be curious, the mind begins to wonder. But since there is no reference point that has already been experienced, the mind then begins to seek an answer. It begins to shift your perspective to start to see abundance more in the world around you. So ask yourself, what would it take to be financially prosperous? What would it take to have a financial breakthrough? The Divine Mother Earth is here to support us in strengthening our manifestation skills. The Divine Feminine is here from above and below to help us alchemize anything that no longer serves us, turning our pain and struggles, our suffering into pleasure, into prosperity, into breakthroughs. What would it take to become stronger in your manifestation abilities? What is it that you are yearning for? What is it that you desire on the most soulful level? the most visceral level, within the depths of your body. What is it that you are craving, desiring? You'll find this sometimes in the space of resistance, denying it for yourself. Sometimes love and a divine partnership is an area where our desire is in opposition with our fear. We desire love. We desire a divine partnership, a loving, pleasurable, long-lasting, happy, soul-fulfilling relationship. But sometimes, as strong as we desire this, we fear what will happen if we get it. Maybe we self-sabotage. Maybe we have a fear of it not working out. But the fear of it not working out and asking for a long-lasting, long-term relationship don't match. The desire of wanting to be loved unconditionally and wholly, but then rejecting opportunities, isolating ourselves, do not align. The question is, not in the observation of these two, but the space in between, asking what would it take for me to go from where I am in my romantic life to one that is a breakthrough, one that is fulfilling, one that meets my needs and desires. What would it take to fill that gap? What is missing? How would it feel to have a breakthrough in all areas of your life? What would it take to break through any resistance on any level, keeping you stuck in cycles, keeping you stagnant in your energy, progress, keeping you held back from prospering, stepping into your most highest timeline? Oftentimes, some of our deepest desires can be covered under the umbrella of love and money. Whether it's partnership, relationship, healing our family lineage, having more abundance, being more fruitful. Our deepest desires and yearnings typically come from a desire for more love, a desire for improved finances. We can allow ourselves to become more powerful in our manifesting abilities by asking more questions. What would it feel like to be more confident in your manifestation skills? What would it take for you to receive more divine assistance, more miracles, more pleasure, more joy and happiness, fulfillment? What would it take to see yourself in the most highest light? Be real with yourself and just notice. Letting go of underestimating yourself. No longer yielding to pressures or temptations. What would it take to be more focused as you achieve your dreams and desires, to make your mark and to hit your goals? What would it take to release any habits that no longer serve this new and higher timeline, so that you may become stronger in mind, body, heart, and soul? Sink in just a little deeper. Feel yourself sinking, rooting down, expanding a little more. Breathing. deeper. Extend yourself some grace for not always having all the answers. Extend yourself some grace for not always doing everything, quote unquote, the right way. So in this moment, you can start anew. You can have a break, a rebirth of who you are. Recreating, destroying, and creating again is a strength. A quality of the divine feminine, both light and dark. When you embody both of these aspects, here you are whole. Take a moment to contemplate. Asking yourself, using your imagination, your creative mind, your instinct, just asking yourself personal questions. What would it take to, and say it slowly, consciously, listen and feel every word. What would it take to? And see what insight or guidance comes to you intuitively, instinctually, miraculously. Be surprised at how simply asking the right question can open up a Pandora's box of answers and opportunities, options. There's an old saying, ask and ye shall receive. But maybe in this space, we rephrase it a little bit. Ask and she shall receive. Let that resonate for a moment and just breathe. as you contemplate and ask these questions. She receives the divine feminine. Remember, you are also that. And so therefore you are the receiver. Perhaps you receive a channeled message, a transmission, one that sparks an idea, ignites passion, refuels your creative mind. You may find that asking one question leads you to ask another one, and another one, and another one. This allows you to become more focused on results. Results as in answered prayers. Results as in real solutions, real shifts, embodied experiences. Things begin to change and shift around you. Literally in your outer world, viscerally in your inner world, your physical body down to a cellular level begins to match this vibration. When you've embodied something, you've lived it, experienced it. And if there's an aspect that you hold or a concept of your soul being eternal, if you believe in reincarnation, and your soul already holds the blueprints to the answers, the experiences, feelings, to the questions you ask. So when you ask, what would it take to be more financially stable? There's a part of you deep within that already knows the answer. You are simply activating this and allowing this energy to spread through and to reprogram all the way down to a cellular level. Your mind, body, heart, and soul. You amp up your frequency by focusing and asking these questions. You learn to be more grounded and present to your body, your life. You begin to take sovereignty, owning not only your mind, your body, the space that you're in. You reclaim your power, your strength, your glory. What would it take to reclaim my power? I think that's a good one. Ask yourself, what would it take to reclaim my power? Ask, and she shall receive. Sometimes we've shut down our voices because when we have asked for stuff in the past, it's been denied. Or we've been hit with a, what do you want now? What are you asking for now? We're met with irritation, frustration. Maybe a parent or an authority figure, a guardian, when you asked for something, they were in an angry space, a frustrated space. And so they replied and responded to you with that energy. And it didn't feel good. So you begin to shut yourself down from asking. But here in this space, you have permission to ask all of the questions. Allow your mind to go wild, asking the questions. What would it take to have a major breakthrough this year? What would it take for this to be healed, cured? What would it take for what is divinely and rightfully mine to show up? What would it take for me to jump to the highest timeline, to be ready for that jump, to take that leap of faith so that I may break through and break free? What would it take? Sit with that for a moment. Allow it to sit with you for a moment, inviting it in. Allowing the answers to come to you, to show themselves to you, to arrive at your front door, and you let them in. They are welcome. You've been waiting for these guests that bring these blessings and answered prayers to you. Get ready for a grand, exciting shift. Not only in this life, the lifetimes ahead. You are stronger than you may think you are. So what would it take to break through that, to see yourself in that highest light, to become stronger in every way and always? For your presence to be amplified, what would it take? For your presence to be amplified. For your energy to be amplified. To live a life greater than you may have originally imagined. And to see your dreams come true. There's so much power within you. So much beauty, so much strength, so much resilience. Look how far you've come. What would it take to see yourself more clearly? To see that beauty and strength, that grace, that love, that passion, that drive, that growth, that fertility and fruitfulness, to bring life, new life into this world, a new creation, a new being in reality. What would it take to see yourself clearly, divinely, wholly, truthfully? As you take a deep breath in, releasing a slow, steady exhale out the mouth. Taking a moment just to shift your focus back here, back into the body, back into your hips. Feeling your feet firmly planted wherever they are. Knowing that you are always supported from above and below. And that asking the right questions only allows the most perfect answers and opportunities to show up for you. So remember to ask. Ask all the questions. What would it take? And allow yourself to witness, to receive, to have, and to experience, to embody. And you carry this week's message. Abundance and strength with you for the rest of your days, weeks, months, years, timeline. And you receive all the answers that meets your needs, ease and grace. And so it is. As you take another breath, in and out slowly, begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers, taking a nice little stretch and giving yourself some love, celebration. As you eventually and gently open your eyes, coming back, present, and here, now. What does the collective need to know in regards to tonight's message? So the first thing I saw was like this energy moving from the head space here into the heart space, and really bringing to mind, actually, the opposite way, instead of trying to think our way into a feeling and intellectualize, this is actually what I said in meditation, intellectualize our way into a new way of being or a new life. That's actually more mental, not, well, it's more mental, but it's also more masculine energy, because one thing about these coaching programs that I'm doing and finishing up with is I've noticed that men, most of our training and coaching and, a lot of the like neuroscience and all that sort of stuff, like manifesting, a lot of it's been done by men, right? A lot of men, if you look at majority of the books on manifestation, books on, mental health, things like that, a lot of them are written by men. Coaching programs, things about like therapy and so forth, a lot of them are written by men, spoken by men, conducted by men, all that kind of stuff, researched by men. And so the thing is, men are masculine energy. We all contain both, hold both masculine and feminine energy in our being. So it's not necessarily a gender thing. It's more of a consciousness. Okay. And the energy of masculine consciousness it's like from A to B. This is one reason why coaching, sometimes it's easier to work with a female coach or a therapist or something like that. Like going to a female OBGYN makes more sense to me than a male OBGYN, because sometimes I'll say, what is this feeling? They're like, oh, well, that's probably this and that. I'm like, oh, yeah, because you don't have a vagina. You don't know. Silly me. Most practical, logical explanation. You don't have a vagina. You don't know what it's like. So with that being said, it's the same thing. Sydney's gonna watch this replay and be like, here go Kisha just shouting out vaginas. Okay. Yes, I am. But not that that's a bad thing or anything, but it's just funny. Anyways, it's part of our bodies, right? And so to honor the more appropriate way of healing or breaking through or manifesting or just changing our lives, any areas that we would desire, as the embodiment of female consciousness or feminine consciousness, we got to operate like the feminine does. We out here literally trying to make it in a man's world, and then wonder why when we do maybe achieve a certain goal, because we do have that masculine aspect of ourselves, right? But when we do achieve a certain goal and we become goal oriented, accolade oriented, we get the accomplishments, the certifications, the degrees, the this, that, and other, we still feel unfulfilled sometimes as women, right? And we feel unfulfilled because guess what? We went from here to here. For us, that's easy. For women, we go in cycles. Okay. So to go from A to B, I'm like, all right, I mean, you go this way, but it's like you just got to focus on that thing and just persevere through or just make it happen, whatever. For us, that's easy, to be honest. It's a lot easier. But what's even more, well, I won't say a lot easier, it's easy. And so that's why a lot of women end up accomplished, but still unfulfilled. Because as women, our needs are different. The way we go about things, and we look at the divine feminine, it's in a cyclical nature. So that's why when we achieve our goal, it's like, oh yeah, I achieved this, but then we cycle back into okay, well, what's next? But if you live in cycle, there's always something next. There's always movement. Okay. So when it comes down to this collective message, it's about shifting away from being more mentally focused, more goal oriented, and actually dropping down into the heart space, coming from a soul level. To me, the soul is a space between the heart and your solar plexus, your willpower, your autonomy, your individuality. And so when you're coming and operating this space of the soul, then you are able to access your deeper yearnings. You are able to remove the gatekeeping that happens from when you're up here in the higher consciousness, the masculine energy or consciousness up here. Masculine energy ascends, feminine energy descends. We go down, we go deep. And so when you align your focus and those questions to the universe or spirit, the divine mother, however you want to phrase that, then when you're asking for more of a soul level, it was fine during meditation for the most part, right? What happened? Anyways, when you come from that soul level, you open this area up. Okay, that's why I have you drop into the hips and so forth. You open this area up so that flow can happen. Okay, flow can happen. You can descend. The energy that's up here can actually descend down and come into reality, which is at the base of your chakra system, right? The root chakra is about your physical reality. And so as women, like I said, we tend to get stuck when we have this linear thinking of attaining goals or accomplishments and going from A to B. When we shift our awareness into one that's more cyclical and we come from a deeper soul level, then we open up the gatekeeping that has held us back or kept us restricted, and we're allowing ourselves and the energy to flow from above below. So I can always tell when it's done because it's just like it's a period. So, all right, happy manifesting. I'm gonna stop this recording.